Hi lovers, you're welcome back to my channel. For today's tutorial, we're going to be creating this really subtle glam that can be worn to church, be worn to parties. It literally can be worn anywhere. Okay, so if you want to see how this look was created, please do not stop watching. First up, I already cleaned my face and I'm just going to go in with my moisturizer. I'm just going to put a quick disclaimer right now. This tutorial I'm going to be showing today is going to be a really subtle glam. So I'm not going to be going through all my steps. I really just was opting for like a 1 hour or 45 minutes glam. So I just used the essentials. Okay, now the first thing I did was just go ahead to moisturize her face. I didn't use serum, I didn't use hydrating spray, and after my moisturizer I went in with my grip primer just to hold on my foundation regardless of where she goes, and topping that off with an oil control primer from Meron. This just to help me mattify some certain areas in case she's really prone to producing oil. Next up, I'm going to be trying out this two foundation today. This is the V Beauty foundation in the double wear. Remember in our video I said in V collection this foundation is one that is close to my heart because it has a really soft finish. But after I combined those two shades, I discovered that it was a little too light for my model and I couldn't start off again. I'm so sorry, I couldn't start off again. So the technique I used in softening or blending down the look was go in with contour. So I had to use my contour to like bring out more details into the face. Still went ahead to blend that because I didn't want to apply another layer of foundation over her face. So for contour I went in using the V Beauty concealer in the shade 07. Oh my god, this concealer, guys, since I laid my hands on them, I don't think I've stopped using them. I even had to like keep my Kevin Aucoin concealers and just invested in using this one because they are so easy to blend. Like I can't believe that there is a concealer that would give you that very easy to blend texture, meanwhile still retaining texture, you know what I mean. So I'm just going ahead using my contour, and because like I said the foundation was a little too light initially, I'm also going to be contouring around the nose just to like bring down the lightness of the foundation at this certain point. If your foundation is true to color and has given you what you want, I'm not really a person to contour around the nose because I believe it has a way of making the nose cake super fast. All right, so I just contour around the chin, but I'm adding these two features around her forehead and her nose because it turned out that her foundation was a little too light. So I'm trying everything possible just to blend that down. Now, because I already had applied my contour and I waited for a while, I think I got busy doing something and I came back to blend my foundation. I had to use my setting spray just to loosen it up again. Please, this is something I'd like to say. Whenever you blend in your makeup and you discover that it looks a bit too dry and you want to go ahead to blend, it is highly necessary you go back with any type of spray you want. If you want an hydrating spray to retain shine, go back using an hydrating spray. If you want a mattifying spray just to like help your makeup last long a little while, you can go ahead and use a mattifying spray. For this tutorial today I used the Urban Decay long lasting spray and I'm just blending out my contour. If you notice also while blending out this contour, I took the brush a little bit to the chin, that's like the under chin part, and that was because the foundation was light. So I'm trying everything possible to use the contour to also blend that. So this, I can say this can pass for a 2-in-1 tutorial, guys. Yeah, so this is what you do in times or in a situation where you find out that the foundation has become too light or it is too light for your client. There is no need for you to apply a double coat. If not, you will find yourself you will find out that your client face will look super heavy. So just go ahead with this technique and then you're good to go. Next up, I had to highlight where you can see at this point the foundation and everything now blends well into skin. I can go ahead and use my lightening process. I'm also going in with the V Beauty concealer, and I'm using a lighter shade just at the inner corners of the eyes. I'll go in with a darker shade. This is in the shade 01, and I'm just going to put this over the first shade so it doesn't come off too white. Remember that we just got off the battle of making it look to skin, so we do not also want to retain too much brightness. I like my client to also have or always have this natural feel to them, so they don't really look too light and they also wouldn't look too dark. So with whatever I do, to set your concealers into all the highlighted areas of your face, you want to go in and set that with a translucent setting powder for light skin, because it has a way of setting and still leaving that brightness or that color tone you want. I had a question from one of us who asked, and the question was, what beauty blender is best to use for setting powders? And I would want to talk about that in this video. So there's a technique I always do. I use two beauty blenders. Okay, I use one beauty blender to blend my foundation, concealer, contour, whatever liquid process I have, and then use another beauty blender for my powder or dry process. So make sure the beauty sponge or beauty blender you are using for the powder process is not wet. We highly recommend that it should be damp as opposed to being wet. Now, how do you know the beauty blender is superb and ready to go at that point? You want to confirm that when you squeeze it out, it doesn't bring out water. Yes, it's a bit wet, but there is no overflowing water coming off that beauty sponge. Then in that time, you already know that that beauty sponge or beauty blender is okay. Another very easy way to do that is also put in the beauty blender. When you know you want to do your makeup, just wash your beauty blender, give it like 1 hour or to let it get dry or moist or something, and then you know that beauty sponge is ready to go, because your beauty sponge will also make or break your under eye setting powder. If it's a little too wet, it might cake. Not in might, there is a 99% tendencies that it will cake and it will have lines. If it's a little too dry, it's also not going to blend in your setting powder perfectly for you. So I'd like you to put your extra consideration into your beauty sponge so that you could get the best results necessary. As you can see, this look is going as easy as possible. We've done our foundation, we've done our contour, we went ahead and used our highlights, and now we are setting with our translucent setting powder. Do not forget the blender technique. Do not. I know you want to, but do not forget that your blender is meant to be soft, damp for perfect blending. Taking my time to blend all that out, I will start going in with powder. I'm just going to use this powder from the Bobbi Brown and set the other areas of her face. Today, I did not set her under eyes. I took my time using the setting or the translucent powder just to properly push all those products in. And then, therefore, I went in with her full face powder to apply to the other areas of her face. As soon as I was done with powdering her face and making sure every part has gotten as much powder that is necessary, I went ahead to do my eyeshadow. And I'm also using the V Beauty eyeshadow. I can't remember the name of this palette. Okay, I think Naked. Yes, Naked palette from the V Beauty newly launched palette. And I love the nude shades. Like, the nude shades are heavenly. Yeah, they really blow my mind. And at that point, I just knew that I didn't want to waste time. I went in with my primer, did a little brown smoked finish, and ended up just gently patting that exact shade. I just kept on patting and patting and patting till I liked the consistency. That's all I did for these eyes. Pat, 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 like a consistency, blend out, and I was done. I did my brows off cam because I was trying to rush this look, and we have other videos of where the brows is. At this point, I would like to take your time. Please subscribe to our channel, like this video so that Instagram can push it to push our algorithm higher. Like the video, share this video to people who would need it, and all your friends and well wishers. We cannot wait to see you in our next video. I did my bronzer or highlight off camera too. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in our next tutorial. Bye guys, love you, and enjoy the rest of the beauty process. Before I forget, after doing the lip, I took this Debbie Luster's brown lip shade. Yes, I think this is Debbie Luster. Yes, Debbie Luster's brown lip gloss, and I was just going ahead to like pat this lip because I wanted like say nude like orange like yes finish, and that's why I got with it. And thank you. I'll see you in our next video. Bye.